I was trained at the YMCA in Akron through a Red Cross course. I worked as a lifeguard for about a year and a half. We were on vacation in Topsail, North Carolina. It was our last day going to the beach. We were just kind of having a normal day. It was a little cloudy out. The waves were a little bit more rough than usual, but a little bit more powerful. It was kind of swim at your own risk. There was no lifeguards. I had gone out with my brother and a couple of our friends boogie boarding. For some reason, they all went back in. I just decided to stay out. Our family friend asked me to test out some tracking features on his drone, catching the waves. He was flying it above. I just kind of turned around and noticed two people out further than I was, and I was already out pretty far, kind of past where the waves were breaking. I'm kind of shy, not the person to go up and just start a conversation with someone, so I was kind of watching them for a little bit before I felt like, I have to say something. It's getting that serious. I said, are you all right? And she just said no, that's all she said. I just started swimming to her. As I got to her, I saw that her son had started to float away. He was trying to float on his back in backstroke, parallel to the rip current. So I took the strap off my wrist that was connecting me to the board. I handed the board to her, and I just started swimming for him as fast as I could. I got to him, kind of got underneath him, kind of got him to float on his back with his head on my shoulder. Then we got back to the mom with the board and just kind of all floated there for a little bit and tried to make our way back in. A wave would take us in a little bit, the rip current would pull us back out. There was probably 5 minutes of just trying to get back in. We got pretty close. The undertow was still trying to take us out. I was having trouble pulling them in, and someone else handed me another board, so I gave that to the mom. When I tried to pull both of them in with one hand on each board and just wasn't really making any headway. Andrew Leonard, I just met him that day too. He came up from behind. I grabbed his hand. I told the mom to hold onto the son's board. I had one hand on his board, and we just kind of fell backwards and got past the undertow. They didn't need to go to the hospital. The little boy, I don't think it set in with him how close he was to what it could have been. He was more just kind of excited how I got saved, but the mom was pretty shaken up. She went over and immediately hugged my mom. They stood there for about a minute or two just crying to each other. After I was exhausted, I don't know if it was from the adrenaline or from the swimming, I just went back and sat on the beach the rest of the day on my towel. Getting called by different radio stations, and even got contacted by Kelly Clarkson. It just doesn't seem like I deserve that much attention. I feel in my head that anyone else in that situation would have done the same thing. It's a little tough to wrap your head around, but it's really been a blessing. Being able to connect with this family, sending Christmas gifts and back and forth, they changed my life, and I hope that I changed their life.